Hello friends, this is Mohit Suri, your favorite international lawyer, and in Mlegal's Canada week today I'm bringing to you company formations, business setups in Canada, and if you want to move after setting up that business or taking over that business, how you move to Canada. This is a very interesting question, and people have been, especially post-COVID, because there was a lot of scramble for people to get to Canada. So a lot of people were asking us, "Oh, kid, do we really need to be in Canada to buy a company, or do I really need to be in Canada to set up a company?" So, my answer to all of them is that you really don't need to be there, because if, say, Bill Gates wanted to set up a company in Canada, he does not need to actually go there. He just needs to appoint someone to do all that work, and it can be done. And if you have to hire your staff, your managers can set up your bank account and do a lot of things. So the very interesting part this time is that we have to really decide on what we want to do. You can do business in Canada even if you don't want to move there. If you want to move, we can help you out with that too. Basically, I've been heading the transactions practice at Mlegal, so most of my work has been with actually managing the whole process. So that's the reason why I understand how the companies are set up, how they're taken over, and how joint ventures are formed. So basically what I would tell you here is a business setup for moving to Canada. If you want to move, fine. If you don't want to move, still fine. And here, if you see, we have a lot of types of companies that you can set up. You can set up a named company. Named company would mean that you have a particular name and you have you register that. Or you can set up a numbered company. You have a number of the company, and you can, if you do business under a lot of names, this is a preferred choice. You also can set up a provincial company and a federal company. These things will have to be dealt in detail once we come to doing business in Canada, for which I would set up another video, because otherwise this video is going to become very long and you're going to lose track of what all we are discussing. There's not much of a difference between provincial and a federal company. Both can do business all over Canada, and they practically have the same rights. So I'll explain this difference in detail when I'm doing company formations in Canada. Taxes and laws. Canada is basically a common law country, and we have the same laws as most of the Commonwealth, and but they vary from province to province, or from say even business to business. If you are in an active business, there are different taxes. If you have a passive income, there are different taxes. And if you set up a business in Quebec, there are different taxes. If you set up a business in Ontario, there are different taxes. So all these things will have to be considered when you consider moving to Canada or setting up your business there. So once you've decided on all that, whether you want to take over a running business, or you want to set up a new business, and you've decided to move to Canada, that's when we come to the next part. The programs, if you really want to move. We have a self-employed persons program. We have a startup visa program. We have intra-company transfers, which are the most common. And we have an owner-operator program, which is a combination of work permits and investment. So there are 4 good programs which you have in Canada if you want to really move there. For a self-employed program, which I feel a lot of designers, actors, and movie buffs or directors would really like to patronize this. You can actually move to Canada as a self-employed person. What they are looking at in this program is that if you can make a significant contribution culturally or for sports, or you're an artisan, or you purchase a farm and manage the same. For all this, you have to have at least some experience. That's 2 years of experience at either participating in these cultural activities, or 2 years of experience of self-employment in cultural activities or athletics, or 2 years of farm management experience. So basically what they're trying to promote is that self-employed people should come to Canada, and at the same time they should really contribute to Canada culturally. So what are the selection criteria? This is a very important part. So like if we see, they're looking at your experience, they're looking at your education, they're looking at your age, they're looking at your language abilities, they're looking at your adaptability. And here we've listed some of the categories which are qualified for this, like directors, journalists, PR consultants. We have even translators, we have directors, we have graphic designers, we have photographers. Almost whole of the filming crew are eligible for this category. So we really can do this for a lot of self-employed people if they want to move to Canada. This is basically, this does not require any particular amount of investment or something, because you're a self-employed person. All you have to show is that you have the relevant funds, you have the relevant capability to move to Canada, and you can actually do it while you're there. So what we see is this is a good opportunity. And the second program that we have is the startup program. It's startup program. This is a new pilot project in which only 2,750 applications per year are going to be processed. It's a simple and a good program whereby they are expecting people with innovative ideas to come in, set up their business. All you need is, say, a designated venture fund or an angel investor to sponsor you, to validate your capital. And the designated venture fund has to provide you 200,000 Canadian dollars, or the angel investor has to provide you 75,000 Canadian dollars. So this is another program which I foresee is going to be very popular. But since the slots are very limited, I think if you are planning to move under this category, you should do it right away. The language abilities and the language requirements are very minimal. Settlement funds and the security clearance is there in every category, so you don't have to really think about that. It's like a good opportunity basically if you have a good idea which is financially viable, and even the English requirements are very less for this category. So a lot of people who actually don't have English as their first language can apply under this category. The next category that we have is the intra-company transfer category. This is something which is very common when a company starts expanding into a new territory. They set up their office between their branches or to their subsidiary. They can send their key management there so that their business can be carried forward in that jurisdiction. So in intra-company transfer, I feel this would be more applicable for bigger companies, and a lot of people can actually think of moving to Canada if they are doing business internationally. Even if it's not a very big corporation, if it's a small or medium-sized corporation, they can think of setting up or expanding into Canada. They need not move to Canada under the same category or move to Canada at all. They can actually send their manager there. So this is a good category. I think It's a popular category for businesses. And last but not the least, we have the owner operator program. Here, you can actually just open a business and sponsor yourself. Basically, it's just like the E2 program which the US runs, whereby there is no minimum or maximum amount that is specified for investment. You just have to own the business 51% or more and move as the manager of the business to Canada. So here is an opportunity for people who are willing to acquire existing businesses or set up a new business if they don't have, they do have funds, but they don't have that much of exposure or current working status. They can actually set up a new business there. According to me, Canada is a good jurisdiction because it has all the laws in place. It's a Commonwealth country, and I think because of a lot of facilities when it comes to education, when it comes to research, when it comes to even healthcare, it's a popular destination. What I feel is HNIs would never prefer Canada because of the various restrictions and the premium Canada places on being a resident there. But for people who are looking at expanding or who have those particular industries in mind which are popular in Canada, I think people would like to move their businesses there. And move themselves there because the environment is very good for a prosperous expansion and life. So this is basically all about business immigration. If you have any queries, you can contact us. You can send an email to me. If you want to discuss your opportunities, your structures, and how you want to move to Canada, you can contact me. My email ID and phone numbers are here. You can actually send us a message so that you can fix up an appointment, whereby if you have anything to discuss, we'll be happy to help you. Thank you. Have a nice day and enjoy yourself.